Hi everyone, my name is Dex, and I am transgender. I didn't know what that word really meant until I started researching it about a year ago. I did always know how I felt, and ever since I was a kid, growing up, I always felt like inside I was a boy. Wishing and, going to bed at night and wishing that I would wake up a boy and not being able to express that to anyone because I just didn't think anybody would understand. The word transgender has been in the news and the media a lot more lately, but I didn't understand it. There was a lot of confusion when I was a kid about what I was feeling and, like I said, whether there was anybody else like me, because the words that I heard growing up were transvestite and transsexual, tranny, very used in very derogatory ways. I felt like, okay, well, if you're that, your family won't understand and might even disown you. Your friends aren't going to understand. They might disown you. So, what do? Everything I saw was very anti-trans. Just transphobic, homophobic, all of these things that were very prevalent in the media. There was so much fear that went along with that, with, feeling like people were going to make fun of me and look down on me. So seeing the way that trans people were portrayed, everything that I saw made it seem like it's deviant behavior and it's wrong. I've got so much going for me. I have a really great family. I've got great friends. I've got a beautiful house, a job that I love. So why would I risk that and try to transition if I can just be happy enough with what I have? And I just got to a point where it wasn't enough. And I just needed to be myself. I needed other people to be able to see me the way that I see me. I couldn't pretend anymore. I really was transphobic. I really felt like, no, like I can't do that. I can't transition. Like, what, a sex change? Like, no, like people are going to think that I'm nuts and this is crazy. And then even when I finally did start researching and finding out that there were people like me and I wasn't alone, I still felt like you can't do this because your family's still going to think it's nuts. I talked to my best friend. She was really the first to know. And I talked to some of my friends at work that are really amazing people, and I knew that they would understand and be supportive. But I would still, like, every once in a while, just have this moment of panic where I was like, I can't do this. Like, this is nuts. Like, why am I doing this? Like, just be happy with what you have. You can't do this. People aren't going to understand. You might lose everything. The first big obstacle for me was to talk to the owner of my company, my boss, who has known me since I was 18 years old. And I know that I can tell him anything. We've always been close friends. But I was still so afraid, not that I knew that he would accept me. I just didn't know how clients were going to feel. It would affect the business. It would affect maybe my financial well-being and maybe the company's, because maybe people wouldn't want to work with me. We talked about that. There was that fear because neither one of us knew how many people would accept it. There was a lot of transphobia and it's out there and we see it. And it's like, how is this going to affect me? Is this crazy? Like, should I even be doing this? It was really scary. And it's been about a year since I started seeing my therapist. And I'm 6 months on testosterone. In a couple weeks, it'll be 6 months. I still get scared when I tell people that knew me before. There's still, it's getting easier to say, I'm transgender. Just as an explanation, if I need an explanation. not that I have to explain myself to people, but it feels good to be able to explain it to people and be accepted. I know that I'm very lucky. I'm very blessed that I was accepted by my family and my friends, and work has been great. But since I'm so blessed and I'm so fortunate, I need to put my story out there to help others that don't have the support. Those of us that are lucky, like, we need to put ourselves out there and show the world that we're not crazy, we're not freaks. We are men and women like everyone else, and we just want to be ourselves. And especially at this time in America, I think we need this more than ever, because it's fear that is driving the hatred. You know, people are afraid of what they don't understand. So maybe if more people can understand and accept and see that we're good people, then maybe we can move forward and it can be easier for the next generation. So I think that's about everything I want to say in this video. I hope you guys liked it, and I'm sorry if my camera and my setup sucks, but I just had to get myself out there. Shit, I'm not crazy. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm trans. This video is really not going well.